His solo career was definitely on the rise. His first solo album was titled King of Stage in 1986, and it had some modest success, and it had a song Girlfriend, which peaked at number one on the R&B chart. And as he continued to rise, the unforgettable album Don't Be Cruel came out in 1988. It had about 12 million sales worldwide with hit after hit like My Prerogative, Every Little Step, Roni, and it kept him busy all around the world for several years after that. So his career was on the rise after he left a New Edition and with a very upward trajectory. Yes, Bobby Brown got married to Whitney Houston in July of 1992 when he was 23 years old. And a month after, his third album came out titled Bobby. And it went on to sell about 3 million copies worldwide with hits like Humpin Around, Getaway, Good Enough, and the duet with Whitney Houston, Something in Common. He also had a recording in 1997, after several years of marriage, titled Forever, but it was not well promoted and it really didn't go anywhere in terms of sales. Yes, that's right. Bobby was released in 1992, like I said earlier, and Forever was released in 1997. Those were the only two official CD recordings or album recordings that Bobby Brown had during his marriage to Whitney Houston, which was between 1992 and 2007. That's a debatable assertion and a topic that many people will have different opinions about. But when you look at the numbers, when you look at the information that we've provided so far, he had 2 albums coming into the marriage. He was very successful just in his early 20s. That is when an artist's life cycle is in an upward trajectory. And with the hits that he had coming in and that sustained him, which is from 1988 all the way through till 1992, he was up there. And he got married at 23 and then went on to release an album, which would have been in the works prior to the marriage. So that came out and that was successful. But after the hot period of his 1992 album subsided, his career sort of took a turn. We've indicated already he only had 2 releases in 15 years of marriage, which was in 1992 and in 1997 at 23 years old and 28 years old. It is often said that during this period, Bobby Brown had to, or was in a more supportive role to his wife, Whitney Houston's career. And because of that, his career took a back seat to hers. Why couldn't Bobby Brown's career also have been as hot had he not been in such a situation where he had to step back and be supportive? His projects would have been, on the front burner, and which would likely have led to more success for him, especially being so young, early 20s. So his 20s went by and he was not that productive in terms of music releases. His voice was in pristine shape. He was still very marketable. But of course, his career was not anywhere where it could have been. Likely so, but it is what it is. It is certainly something that anyone would think about, like, wow, what if?
Yeah, I think this is gonna be another one of those funky ones. Hot soul,